My Putt-Putt Boat Project by Sabrina Scott. Because my boat doesn't putt, I wanted to research what does make a putt-putt boat putt. My thesis question is, what makes a putt-putt boat putt, and how does putting affect its ability to perform? Part 1. We'll start off with what does make a putt-putt boat putt. Our putt-putt boat engines consist of a boiler and of two small exhaust pipes, or straws. First, we prime the engines by pumping water into the straws. After priming, we apply heat to the boiler using 1 or 2 candles. This causes the water to evaporate into steam. This steam expands, which pushes the water out of the straws, thrusting the boat forward. The void left in the boiler sucks water back into the engine. Now that more water has entered the engine and is being heated by the candles, the cycle repeats. This heating and cooling cycle creates the putt-putt noise. But it's not that simple. The air present in the boiler acts as a spring, pulling and pushing heated and cooled water in and out of the engine. An oscillation of water is created. The water that is pulled into the engine contains dissolved air, as all water does. As this air builds up in the engine during the cycle, it must be burped out. This burp is our pop noise. Let's review part 1. 1. Water is pushed into the boiler through priming. 2. Water inside the boiler heats up. 3. Water turns to steam. 4. Steam expands. 5. Steam pushes excess water into the pool. 6. Pop. For part 2, we're going to consider the question, does putting affect a putt-putt boat's ability to perform? Although my boat doesn't make the putt-putt noise, there is still a steady oscillation of water into and out of my boiler. Because of this, my boat is still competitive against my classmates' boats. I've come to the conclusion that a boat's putting does not affect its speed. Although my boat doesn't make the putting noise, it was still competitive with the other boats in various challenges. Because my speed was competitive with the other boats, it is also viable to conclude that my boat's momentum and kinetic energy were also in line with my classmates' boats, because both depend on velocity. Momentum and kinetic energy wouldn't exist without an initial velocity. Let's review part 2. 1. Momentum and kinetic energy are dependent on the initial velocity of a boat. 2. My boat competed with my classmates' boats. 3. Putting does not affect speed. Thank you for watching. Have a great summer. Sabrina Scott.
Created using Powtoon.